WPS Bulldogs at WPS Bulldogs FB for the football team, and the band at Westerly HS Music. Tonight's game will be on the radio, WBLQ, 12:30 a.m. with Kenny Collins, streamed live at westerly.live, also on the NFHS network. Also tonight, live from the Providence Journal, Eric Rube. Officials for tonight: referee Jack Field, line judge James Malchowski, linesman John Aguirre, umpire Jonathan Rinn, back judge Kevin Conway, on the clock Joe Brazil. The chain crew for tonight: Kyle Pizarro, Joe Discilio, and the crew chief Jaden Rios.
Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you.
For Barrington, number 5, Will Hopkins. Number 78, Connor Nelson. Number 30, Jared Less. For the Bulldogs, number 19, Greg Gorman. Number 60, Xavier Webster. Number 3, Joey Gervasini. And number 5, Marcus Haight. The Bulldogs are coached by head coach Stanley Dunbar.
Welcome everybody, one and all, near and far. Here we are, some Friday night light action in Westerly, Rhode Island. We are here, Sal or Jerry Field. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens upstairs. Together, we are Westerly.live, bringing you Westerly sports action all the time. Right here, right now, we have a huge league battle between the visiting Barrington Eagles coming in at 5-1. And our very own Westerly Bulldogs, who come in with 2 losses, coming off of a loss last week versus Classical. We'll get into all of that soon enough, but at the moment, we are going to stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Is a recognizable voice on our local radio station. Annabelle has dedicated countless hours to serving our school community, and we appreciate your support in helping to give back. 100% of the funds donated tonight will go toward helping Cameron and Annabelle through this difficult time. A 50-50 raffle tickets will be sold through the first half tonight. Please consider joining the fund or visiting our pink out tables to make donations. Thank you, the Westerly Music Boosters. And now welcome the Westerly Band and their playing of the national anthem.
Everybody, we are just about done with all the formalities, and we are about to get started. Westerly is going to open this one kicking off, folks. Like I said, they had a road game against Classical last week, came up on the short end of the stick 27-20, and that had some implications on the division. I could spend the entire night, which I pretty much did last night, going on possibilities, seedings, where, when, who, how, why. It's not worth the effort, to be honest with you, because there's so many options. Anybody can win on any day. Bottom line is Wesley's going to be seen in the postseason. It's a matter of seeding 3 or 4, or if they can maneuver their way up to 2, which would take some happenings on the outside, some fortunate victories, or upsets, I should say. So here we are. We can only worry about tonight playing the Barrington Eagles, who come in with a daunting offense. They run the veer option, very machine-like. They all have their roles, and it's pretty much a triple option. He's either going to let it go up the middle, he's going to keep it himself, or he's going to pitch it out. Wesley's got 3 guys that have their rules. If they all follow their rules, then they should be able to do some damage. Maine ready to kick off. Here we go. Friday Night Lights, Westerly style, folks. We are Westerly live, and now we are live here at South Jerry Field. He musts the kick. Number 15 for Barrington, and he's going to be taken down inside their own 10-yard line to start the game, or just outside the 10, I should say, probably around the 12-yard line. That was number 15, Alex McClelland, sophomore for the Eagles. And Powers first in on the tackle. We'll hear his name a lot. Number 31, fullback for the Bulldogs. Linebacker as well. Eagles already up to the line. They run a quick offense, a lot of no huddle, or at least speed huddle, I would say. They don't huddle. They take a little time at the line. Tight splits. Got a motion in the backfield. Shotgun snap, quick handoff up the shoot. And a gain of about 3 yards, not too bad. A little actual deception on who was going to receive that snap, so Wesley's defense, actually a good 5-yard gain on the play, 4 yards, judging by the yard marker, and that's all I go by. A lot of people here tonight, beautiful night for football. Opposite side's a little bit empty. That's because they can watch it right here. And it's a handoff off tackle, far side for Barrington, and they're going to push it forward. Only a couple yards on that one. It's going to leave a third down, and about 2 yards to go. They're at about the 15-yard line, just over. Bulldogs defensive line doing a nice job at the moment. Strong defensive ends. Ben Gorman, number 9, having an excellent season, only a sophomore. And obviously his brother, Greg Gorman, the senior, having an excellent season. And they're going to need to follow their rules today. That's the only way you stop the option. Triple option. You get on the motion. He's going to either hand it off or keep it. And he gives it up to shoot. And here he goes. Splits the defense up for a big gain and a first down. That's a gain of about 20 yards. And that's number 20, Brian Evat, senior for the Eagles. Got to follow your rules. Defensive line has to pinch the middle. Defensive end got it. Well, I don't know exactly how their roles are going. Someone's got to be on the quarterback. Somebody's got to be on the tailback up to shoot, and somebody's going to be on the pitch man. So it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Eagles at about 33-yard line. Handoff right up the gut. And only good for about a yard on that play. Great job by the defensive line. Bulldogs have an excellent defensive line, and they are a very well-conditioned team. So credit to the coach and the players. They're gonna play the entire game tonight. So Barrington better be ready for a battle, because the Bulldogs never quit and they will grind you down. That being said, we have about a second down and a short 8 yards to go. Motion 2, hands off, keeps himself 20. Same play as last, and they push it back. The whistle's blown at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He has yet to keep it himself. He has yet to pitch, obviously, and everything's been a handoff, either up the middle or off tackle. Number 20 is getting the bulk of the action at the moment. That's Elots. And number 2, James, the quarterback, senior, also a DB for the Eagles. Third down and 7 yards to go. Under center, one back. Rolling to his right. Throws on the run. Got his man wide open. Right at the sidelines. Didn't have to do much. He settled about a yard that passed the first down marker. Smart route. Found a soft spot in the zone and just settled just where he needed to be. First down. Barrington made it look easy. Pass and catch. So they're moving along a little bit here. They're going to be at the 45-yard line to start this one, folks. First connection of the day. Wireless zone at Dunn's Corners, authorized Verizon retailer where you'll always make your connections. That play goes up the middle for a very short gain to none. Up to $440 off your new phone with trade-in old phone. all of the latest phones, including the iPhone 13, repair zone, crack screens, new batteries, they have it all. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners. That's wireless zone at Dunn's Corners. Back to the action on the field. We didn't miss much. Gained about a yard on the shoot up the middle. Still, they have not kept it for the edge. They will, folks. Don't worry. Long game here tonight. Second down and about 8 yards to go. And he hands it off to number 26. A little counter action. Finds a little space in the defense. Tucks himself in just inside the left defensive tackle of the Bulldogs. And good patience by number 26 to wait for that hole. He had to sidestep a little bit, wait for the hole to develop, and now at least to a reasonable third down. Third and a long 3. James under center. Motion near side. And ball on the ground. He was going to keep it. And the Bulldogs might have it, and they do. Exactly what they needed. Big play. And who on the scene? Jimmy Powers. I said earlier we were going to say his name often tonight. I didn't know it was going to be in such a great big scenario and so soon. But he is fired up, and he's coming off the field. He's got me fired up. The crowd's fired up. The game has now begun for Westerly. 1st and 10 on the Barrington side of the field at about the 47-yard line. Williams at quarterback out of the gun. Tucked to his right. 2 near side, 1 far. Straight drop. Everyone going down the field. Down the middle, he's got his man. Oh, my Lord, they could have had a score on the first play of the game. There was nothing there. He put it right in his hands, Williams did. But what you got to do is swallow it, dust it off, and move on. Good play call. A lot of men out there. He spread it out. A lot of people running deep, and put it right where he needed to, but that's the game. That's football. We move on. It's too early to harp on things like that because if you do, it'll just get bad quickly. Again, we are at Salvo Jerry Field, folks. Friday Night Lights, Westerly. Playoff seeding at the least at stake here. Tuck in the backfield. And he's going to give it to him up the left side. And he finds some space. Nice 9-yard gain on second down. Makes it a very reasonable 3rd and 1 on the play. Good job by the offensive line on that side. And a good job by Zach Tuck running through the hole, hitting hard, running low. In comes Powers. Bad spot, really. 3rd and a long 2. Short 3 at about the 43-yard line. In goes Williams with the play. And he's going to have Tuck deep. He's going to be out of the gun. Powers at the wing. And right next to me, we have Jack Marone. Motion. Hand off to Tuck. Tried a little bit of a counteraction. Everybody on the Eagles squad taking him down. Tuck doesn't fall. His whole body will never hit the ground this play. He stayed up. But when the entire defense has got you held up, they are going to keep him right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost him about a yard. 4th down and a short 4 to go. What do the Bulldogs do here? Coach Stanley Dunbar has no fear. I know that. As you saw in the first play right here, first down, great play call. The connection wasn't made. There was plenty of real estate. Mark White, your local realtor, Caldwell Banker, Coastal Home, must have been contacted. Buying or selling, market analysis, all your housing needs. 4th down, folks. Biggest game thus far. Biggest play for the Bulldogs. Powers at fullback. And it's going to go to Tuck to the left side. He's going to hit the hole hard. Plenty of room. Last guy pretty much got him down because he was accelerating when he got taken down. They needed 4. He gave them 10 or more. Hits that hole hard. Great blocking on the left side. They're living on the left side right now. That's where they're getting their space. Bulldogs, fresh set of downs. They're going to be spotted at about the 31, heading in, folks. Left to right on your screen. The Bulldogs are marching. We are Westerly.live. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Westerly.live on your browser, folks. Here we go. Fresh set of downs. Williams out of the gun. Tuck deep. Twins right. And he gives it to him late. Hits the hole hard, gain of about 3. Good job, good surge by that line of scrimmage to get him that 3. Over comes Williams to get the play. So, like I said earlier, seeding, everything's at stake really here. Both of these teams are going to be in the Division II playoffs. At the moment, Barrington leads the other side, leads 2A with only 1 loss. The Bulldogs are sitting in around the 3 area. Need a little help by Classical to ever slip up to move up, and they can't lose if they want to get a home game. Handoff to Tuck, left side, more room. He gets to the edge this time. Finally wound down after another gain of about 10, and they are in the red zone. It's a matter of where. It looks like about the 19-yard line, 1st and 10, and they are moving the line of scrimmage on the left side of that offensive line. And Tuck hits that hole hard, boy. In comes Mason for the Bulldogs. And I love how he's just listed as athlete under position. The senior does everything, a little bit of everything with the Bulldogs we've seen this year. I expected a good bounce-back game for the Bulldogs today. Let's see if they can jump ahead. And it tells you something if they do go on to move the ball down the field and score here after that first play. And play action hit, quick hit over the middle, and tipped up in the air and incomplete again. He was there, and another good play call, a little bit of room ahead of him. Unfortunately, couldn't make the connection. In comes the play, folks. 2nd down and 10. In the red zone, the Bulldogs are. And right out the gates, Mason is alone back to the right. And he's going to get it. Goes to the left. It was working for Tuck. Does not work for Mason. He got swung down on the far side. I was waiting to see if a flag would come out. Possible horse collar, but looking up close, I don't really see much of it. So they let it go, and he loses about a yard and a half on the play, making a long 3rd down. So far, their passing game, the numbers aren't there, but for certain, the real estate is. I mean, they just haven't been able to make the connections. The throws have been there by Williams, too. He's just got to wait for his receivers to get loosened up here and start taking them in.
3rd and 11 on the 21-yard line.
They most definitely don't need all 11 here, folks. And we got 2 wide, both sides. Empty backfield. Williams alone in the gun. The snap. Straight drop, 1.5 step. 2 steps forward, nothing there. Rolling my way. And he's going to tuck and go. Back. He didn't hit the line of scrimmage, I hope. And he makes the connection. 1st down near the end zone. As long as he didn't pass the line of scrimmage. Great field awareness by the Bulldogs. Number 4, Lance Williams. To fake the run, get to that line of scrimmage. The patience to wait and see. And allow Gorman to get open. They got more than they needed, but what a veteran play by the quarterback. And a great job by this entire team overcoming that first drop. And then there was another one, and they're still persevering. Down at the 4 yards to get in the end zone here. Tucked deep in the backfield. His speed through that hole, that power, man. They're running a lot in the box here, Barrington is. Clearly, why wouldn't they at the 4? And hand off to Tuck over the middle. No! Fakes it, comes around all alone. Walks into the end zone. And that's just great ball hiding skills by Williams. Takes care of things. And the Bulldogs jump out first. Barrington a little bit shocked. The Bulldogs will surprise you, folks. I expected a bounce back game. This is a quality team. Great coaching. 6-0 Bulldogs penning the extra point. Great fake by Williams. Around the corner for the naked boot in the end zone. All around great drive. A lot of participants. And they overcame a couple tough things. So that tells you a lot about this squad and if they're ready or not for tonight.
Making the score, Bulldogs 7, Barrington.
Wait for the special teams to take the field. If you're at home and have no access to the concession stand, don't feel like Moving, contact CC O'Brien Sports Cafe. Dine in and take out, delivery available. They got 22 TVs, every NFL game on the weekends. Great ambiance, great food. CCO'Briens.com. So, Barrington set to receive again. I don't think they were expecting to have to do that so soon. As you can see on the field, the pink flags for Breast Cancer Awareness Week, and the Bulldogs getting set to kick. And you see a lot of pink everywhere. And if you don't get enough football here tonight, folks, on this beautiful Friday night, how you couldn't, I don't know, you could be a football addict like myself. The future of this team will be in action at all three levels tomorrow. Old Hopkinton Road, Westerly Pee Wee Football Complex, 4 p.m. The littlest guys we got, the Micros, are 6-2, fighting for first place in their division. They start at 4 p.m., folks. Following them is the juniors around 6, and then the seniors cap it around 8 p.m. Big play by the Bulldogs special teams. Number 27 on the scene, A.J. Platt. Big hit, no return. Bulldogs are alive tonight. And the future, like I was saying, is alive tomorrow night. Show up, show support, great action, huge crowd, great concessions, good environment. Just like this, just Pee Wee version. Crowd is alive. It is football time in Westerly. This fall time, the weather, everything. We got motion in the backfield. That motion is going to be every play. Hand it off up the middle. Great read. Big room. Does he have the speed to break away? Not completely, but it's going to be a huge gain. The biggest for Barrington. Thing is you can't get lazy on any play. Defense pinched a little bit too hard. The defensive tackles, that was a patient run. He scooted to the left of them because the ends have to focus on the option in case he don't hand it off. So the interior D-line can't pinch that much. That's going to leave too much of a gap, and he read it and used it. So right now, number 20 and number 26 for the Eagles. And that's going to go up to shoot. Bulldogs do a decent job pinching there, but they do gain about 4 yards on the play. It's just an assignment battle versus this VR offense. It really is. And it's easier said than done. I'm saying, oh, this guy just got to do this. This guy just got to do that. It's not that easy, folks. I promise you. Second down, he had 6 to go. Interior of the defensive line, Matthew Garafola, and number 72 for the Bull. We got a snap on the play, quick throw, and he's there. They're going to hit him on the slant right around the first down marker. Pretty good coverage on the back end right behind him. Good throw, a possession route. I think that'll move the sticks, and it will. They're going to have it down at about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. So the interior, like I was saying, is Garafola and Mitchell McLeod. And they're doing a good job thus far. They really are. You got your defensive tackles and defensive ends. So can't create a huge gap behind them. You're going to hold the space. Hands it off up the middle again. And found some room. Good for nearly another first down. And they are going to move them. So they're moving right along quickly to answer here, folks. This is a stellar Barrington Eagles squad. One touchdown by no means fears them. I think you more or less awakened the beast at the moment. Number 2, James at quarterback. Number 26 in motion. James keeps it. A good job by the defensive end. Just stands there and waits for him. That's his role and his job of contain and taking him down. The Gorman brothers are defensive ends. That was Ben on the tackle.
Ball at the 14-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Got a few substitutions on the D-line here. Number 20 behind James. Straight drop, dropping, rolling to his right. Nothing there, still rolling. Throws while being hit, throws it out of bounds. Good play by the defense. Wrote him down. That was a nice job by the Bulldogs' entire defense. They were there for coverage. I'm trying to get you a number of who made the play on the quarterback. And that was number 58 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Marcus Kim. You hear his name a lot on, no, number 58, yes, on defense. Third down and about along 6 to go for the Eagles, who have converted to third and longer than this. Bulldogs is going to hold their rolls. Motion. Rolling to the near side, wide side, throws on the run, got his man short. Gorman on the tackle, rides him out of bounds. It's going to, I don't know exactly where it's going to be. Marked. Looks like it's right at the 6-yard line, which is going to be right on near the fourth down and very little to go. They are going to bring in the chains. And we're going to see what we have to go. Always exciting when they have to do this. So this first game, this right out the gates, folks, excitement. Just straight excitement. That's what I expected tonight. This is a quality Bulldogs football team. People may not realize that because a week ago they lost a tough game to a very good team. I'm looking at the rankings right now. And Division 2B St. Ray's is sitting at 5-0 overall, 4-0 in the division, followed by Classical. It was 4-1, and that was the 7-point deficit last week. Tough special teams game, from what I was told anyway, for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs stand right behind at 4-2. A win today moves them right up and along. Barrington, however, is on the other side at 5-1. And they're followed by Mount Pleasant, or tied with Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant's only 3-1, but they have the head-to-head advantage. So first down is awarded for Barrington. So we got first and goal. They're going to be inside the about the 6-yard line. And it's taken care of by the defensive line of the Bulldogs. Great play. Good job by the interior line of the Bulldogs. That was number 31, Powers, on the scene first. Gorman was next. And we got a first time out of the ball game, folks. And if you have any time out of your day and you hike, bicycle, do anything, mountain bike, and want good service, it's 53 Railroad Avenue in Westerly. You got Remy's Cycles and Teddy's Toys. Bicycle sales and service in downtown Westerly, 53 Railroad Ave. Cycling accessories, clothing, safety gear, latest in e-bike technology. Everything needed to enjoy your cycling adventures. And Teddy's Toys, they have sporting goods, stuffed animals, model building, board games, classic toys, modern toys. Holidays are starting to come up. You know how fast they come up. If you want local service, downtown 53 Railroad Ave. That's Remy's Cycles and Teddy's Toys. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside owner Shane Belanger, producer owner, that is. We got Lisa behind the lens upstairs. We are Westerly.live. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Westerly.live on your web browser. And we are live at Sal or Jerry Field here in Westerly, folks. Friday Night Lights. Fantastic. Bulldogs come out, score first, everything looking great. The 5-1 Barrington team wakes up a little bit and has scooted their way right down the field. We start the second quarter, folks. And Barrington moving left to right. They don't have very far right they need to go. As the ball is at the 4-yard line, second down and goal. It's James at quarterback, and it's going to be number 20 in the backfield. Evats, it's been number 20 or number 26. DiOrio is only a sophomore. The throw, and it's incomplete. So the Bulldogs survive. The intended receiver was Evats. 26, DiOrio is only a sophomore, getting quite a bit of action early. So the Bulldogs do a good job, and that brings up a third down and goal, folks. Huge defensive spot here for the Bulldogs. Can they make a stand and a huge statement early in this one? That first quarter just disappeared. I mean, I love football, so I never even look at the time. I didn't even look. I thought it was a timeout when the quarter was over. Doesn't quite work that way across the board for me, but under center. James rolling to his right, almost caught under pressure. Gets around it though, patience, throws. Wow, he splits the needle, incomplete. Scooped up off the ground. Evots again the target. The patience by James. Great pressure on D. I thought they were going to get around him twice. Good job by James to get around and just wait and wait and wait. Similar to how we scored, how Williams did it, except Williams able to make the connection. Williams was able to make that throw on the run. James didn't do it right there. Great defense by the Bulldogs to hold their coverage that far. The pressure across the board. There's some discussion going on. There is a flag down, so we'll see what happens. They haven't changed it. Holding on Barrington. You got to back him up. It's a 10-yard penalty. I know it brings up a 4th down if you don't. What are they going to do? Yeah, they are backing him up. I know they'd have 4th if you don't, but 4th and goal from the 3, not even really a question. So it's going to be 3rd down again, but it's going to be all the way back to the 18-yard line. Great decision by the coach. No-brainer, really. I love what the coaching staff has done thus far to start this game, offensively and defensively. You got to remember that Barrington is good. They're going to gain yards, and unfortunately, they're going to score points. It just doesn't have to be right now. That could be a huge penalty for the Bulldogs. You're going to see something quick, some kind of a quick throw to make it more reasonable for 4th down. If you're running that zone, you got to be careful of someone just settling on a basic hook curl route. You got motion in the backfield. Evas is leaking out, screen pass, and none other than Powers takes him down on the screen pass. Thankfully, he did. He had real estate in front. Mark Wright was on the scene. Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, folks. He was selling his real estate, but the Bulldogs line was not having it. Great play by Jimmy Powers. Probably saved a touchdown. There was real estate in front. It's going to set up a field goal attempt by the Eagles. Spotted at about the 31-yard attempt. And the snap's a good one. The spot's good. It's up, it's low, it's short, and the defense does it. Huge stop by the Bulldog defense. That Barrington offense came on the field to make a statement after the Bulldogs scored. And they started moving, going right down the field. And then a penalty, a couple big stops by the Bulldogs, And then that penalty, the Bulldogs take full advantage and take over. They're not even buried. They're going to take over at their own 21-yard line where the ball was spotted. I think they got to realize that. And they do. All right, they're going to move the sticks. And the Bulldogs are getting ready to go. Great D by the Bulldogs. That's a huge emotional play. That's got to frustrate the Eagles. I've been in both sides of that coin before. Garafola is getting on the field on both sides of the ball right now. Enters the huddle late. He is playing right tackle. And he is on the right side of the defensive line as well. Out of the gun with Tuck Deep. Twins to our side. That's going to be Hake and Marone. Handoff to Tuck near side. And just the push by the offensive line and the speed of Tuck to surge. It's a big 4 or 5 yard gain in play. Similar to what the Eagles try to live on is that surge. So far the Bulldogs are doing a great job. And you got a lot of two-way players right now. There's a few injuries on the team. Bulldogs are without Zach Morin, who would normally be starting on the line. And he's out with a concussion. Hopefully he'll be back for them next week. Right now, this offensive line is doing a stellar job. Gorman at tight end. You got Tuck, Powers at the wing. Snap. Hands it off to Tuck on the stretch. To the near side, Gain of about another 4 yards on the play on that stretch handoff. And it's spotted at a 28-yard line, I think. Oh, now he's moving around. Let's see what happens here. No flag. We're just spotting, I think. There is a flag. Holding on the Bulldogs. I don't know where the flag is or where it was, but regardless, it's going to be back up the Bulldogs' first costly penalty of the day for them. So that's going to they're going to back them up. That's going to bring it back to second down. And it's going to be second down in about 16 or so yards. And this game is moving along, folks. Sometimes that happens when you got two good teams. They're efficient. Not too many penalties. One big penalty for each team thus far. And I have to say that the bigger penalty was the Barrington Eagles. Tuck to Williams right. Marley near side, Twins far. And the handoff to Tuck, up to shoot. He's reading, he's looking for space. Reverses his field and finds it. He gets the edge. He's got wheels, folks. Number 15 is the only shot. And he pulls him out of bounds. Big gain. All the way down near the 30. That's going to be a gain of about, 45, 46 yards, folks. Huge play. And great surge. And that's right there. That's Matt Garofolo, who just entered the game. He found his space on that side of the field. Great field vision by Tuck. Great blocking by the Bulldogs. But they are making a living. And they're in the huddle, and they're excited. To start the game, the first drive, the Bulldogs were using the left side of the line primarily. And right now, Chad Main and Matt Garofolo are on the right side of the line, and they are dominating for the Bulldogs. So being able to run from both sides, and this is an actual timeout, and it's going to be a Bulldog timeout. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 35-yard line, and we're going to head off to our first commercial of the day, folks. We will be right back. Welcome back, folks. And the teams are taking the field coming out of the timeout. Let's see what Wesley comes out with. I actually love when Wesley comes out of a timeout. Coach Dunbar always has something exciting or something unexpected or maybe something you did expect but in a different way. Motion, left side. I like the formation. Tricky motion. And it's batted away. Pass was over the middle. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be second down and 10. They come out throwing a lot on first down, and I like it. I don't know if there's a flag on the field over there. There is. And it's going to be against the Bulldogs. Okay, so the flag, that's 2 now, and 1 possession, and that's sloppy. You don't want to do that. You can't do that. See how far that's going to back them up now. So that's a momentum killer. It really is. You can let it be. They have time. It's first down, but now it's first down and a heck of a lot longer to go, 25 or so yards. So the 53-yard run by Tuck, biggest run of the day, biggest run in a couple weeks probably. But now they're back a long ways. They're at the 48, and they got to get to the 24. So it's about 24 yards. Empty backfield, 2 wide, both sides, looking to his left the whole time, throws. That's complete to Marone. Decent job to fight his way forward, and that's what you really want to do. That's a perfect play for the Bulldogs. People that might be thinking, oh, we need a big one, we need to get some run after the catch. No, we don't. We need security. So that chopped off a good 10 yards with the penalty. Second down. Chop some more off. Third down. Go for the first down or set yourself up with fourth and very short. Sensible plays. And then they have the explosiveness that they can shock you at any point. I promise you they're going to go back to Marley. 2 of them off the fingertips. They're not going to forget about him. Hopefully Barrington does. Alone in the backfield. Looking around, finding nothing. Flushed out of the pocket to the far side. Throws at the last minute. And it is intercepted, folks, I think. Did he come down in bounds? And I'm going to look, and it picked off. Tries to fit one in, throws it behind his intended receiver. Did he come down in bounds is the question, but they don't have replay, folks. We do. So, yeah, he came down in bounds is the bottom line. In high school, obviously, you only need a toe. You don't need a foot. You don't need 2 feet. You need any contact with the inbound. But you need possession through the ground, mind you. So, according to them, all of that happened. And that's a shame for the Bulldogs. But they hold a 7-0 lead. Can't forget that. And they're gaining yards. They know how to gain yards here this game. So they don't have to worry that their offense has done nothing here in the first half. The offense has done a great job in the first half. It's actually dominated. They've utilized both sides of the offensive line. That was something unfortunate. There were 2 holding penalties and then a turnover. I told you, 2 holding penalties equals sloppy. And what do they follow it up with? Sloppier, a pick. Throw behind, mistake. Barrington hits the line of scrimmage. And hands it off up to shoot. And he's got space, folks. Almost broke it for the long haul, but a good job by the DBs of Westerly to keep him in. Who is that? That was number 6. A new number for them, and I don't have number 6 on the roster. I don't have number 6 on their roster, but he ran that ball, and he ran it for a pretty good yardage. He's certainly in the backfield again, along with James and Evots. And we got motion. And it's going to go right up. He's going to keep it himself. That's James. Eludes the first guy. Great job by the defense. Great job. Marone's there. Gorman's there. Everybody doing their job, Westerly. And they've been doing it all game. Even when Barrington's driving, Wesley's defense has stepped up. Like I said, a lot of them flipping on both sides here. So they're going to have to hold up. But Westerly is very well conditioned. Overall, they're a really good squad. You don't want to run into them, that's for certain. They look like they came here with a little chip on their shoulder, despite the mistakes of the last drive. And it's a counter coming our way. Great job! Great job by the defense. And that is... Number 29 on the carry, Alex Brophy for the Bulldogs.
This will bring up 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line.
So the Bulldogs holding true on D, 3rd and 11. Defensive line's got to still hold his rolls in the middle there because they will run it. Powers sitting alone in the middle of the field, and it's a sprint out to the far side. He's going to throw on the run. He's got a man wide open. He didn't hit him. How settled, and he would have had a first down. He really would have. There was a man over the top for the Bulldogs. There was a good distance in between. Regardless, it's over Bulldogs' advantage, and it's going to force a turnover on downs. Great job by the defense. Can't ask for a better game, folks. The Bulldogs came out to play, and by the numbers, definitely have the advantages. They lead by 7, which is great, but going into the half, when you've had the advantage over such a good team, you want a 2-possession lead at least. Let's see if they can grab one. Back to punt. Snap a little bit slow, but he gets it off. A decent punt. It's going to hang. Marley grabs it, comes to the near side, and it's drilled by number 66 of the Eagles, Brian Mercado. Jeez, that's worth highlighting on the roster for me, my friends. Name wasn't highlighted before, it is now. Big hit there. His number 1 wasn't away before, he sure certainly is now. Welcome back, folks. Bulldogs, 1st and 10, 33-yard line. 7-0, 6:15 to go, second quarter. Salvo Jerry Field, folks. Westerly.live, giving you all your live local sports. If it's happening here at Westerly, folks, we are bringing it to you. If you can't be here, and if you are here, you can watch it whenever you want when you get home. Williams out of the gun, tuck deep. And rides the breadbasket, keeps it, coming to the near side. Not a lot of room on the near side. 2 people take him down out of bounds. Gain of about 5 on the play. Tough run by Williams. Brings up second down and a long 5. So the Bulldogs are sitting at about the 38-yard line. A nice time pocket here. They're getting it in the second half, remember. So it's called the 1-and-1. It's the coach's dream, especially if you have a lead right now. The 1-and-1 is scoring to end the half, getting the ball back at the half and scoring. That's the double hammer to hit the other team and keep their emotion out of the game. Williams out of the gun, tuck deep. Twins far side. And he gives it to Tuck this time. Look at him coming down, trying cuts it up. Man, is he a good runner? Those wheels just keep pedaling. He is low. He's a bull. 10-yard gain on the play. He's got a big number here today, folks. I don't have the number, but I know it's got to be in the 80s, aided by that 53-yard carry, but he has the capabilities if the line continues to play the way they're playing, and, you know, there's nothing crazy happens to have well into the hundreds. That would be nice to see. That's how you beat a team like Barrington, because then you have a quarterback like Williams who can do it all. He can continue to give it to you. He can fool you because he does it to me every game one time, and it's always early, which makes it more annoying to me. He fools me completely. Every time he holds it for the first time of the game, which is an absolute talent by him. And right there, gives it to him. Space on the right side. He's going to cut up, shoot, and we got a flag in the backfield. I'm waiting to see the preliminary. He's bringing him back, holding on the offensive line. And this is bad news, folks. This is the 4th holding call, I believe. 3rd at least. Huge, big play, too. A 15, 20-yard gain. That's going to be, you got to realize, all right, so say he gained 20. You got a 10-yard penalty, and it's from the spot. So say it happened 5 yards in the backfield like it did. That is a 25-yard penalty, folks. And look at where they're at. 1st and 25. Costly hold. I don't know who's doing it. They don't tell us. The coaches certainly will find out. And it's going to be not pretty in the film room, even if they come away with a victory, because we got 4th and half here, 4.5 to go here. And they had a chance to go by 2, and they still do. But these penalties are starting to pile up, and that equals sloppy. It equals careless. They send him up to shoot. Can't make the connection again. He's trying. He was a little ahead that time. Threw it a little ahead. He didn't really have to. It wasn't much of a rush. I think there's a little frustration here from that holding penalty. A little holding hangovers. Those penalties will kill you. They kill the whole team. Momentum, field position, everything. When I say momentum, that's energy, that's crowd, that's cheerleaders, that's everybody around. The entire aura and atmosphere changes in the stadium. The stadium is like a living organism, folks, and it goes with the teams. When the team's doing well, the heart's pumping fast under pressure. Screenplay, perfect call. They get it to Tuck, and he gets up the sidelines, forced out of bounds, no first down, but a big 15 or so yard gain, and now we got a very reasonable 3rd down, exactly what the Bulldogs needed. So you still don't hear a lot out of the crowd, but it excited me. And I know the players know what they're doing here. They knew that was a great play call under pressure. Good job by the line to let him go. The defensive line of Barrington fell for it. That's the 2nd time. Now it's 3rd down. Probably can't run another screen. So they're going to have to probably throw the ball more than likely. But again, they're looking at, if they're forced to punt, worst case, they're going to bury Barrington and hopefully get into the half with 7. But like I said, they want more. We got twins both sides. Marley and Haight on the near side. We got Gervasini on the far side. Motion by Marley trips. And it's an out pattern, out of connection to Marley. Can't make that connection. They got to get a hold of wireless zone at Dunn's Corners. This authorized Verizon dealer, I'm telling you folks, they will make connection for you. They'll get you that connection. Up to $440 off your new phone with the trade-in of an old phone. All the latest phones, including the iPhone 12. They repair phones, new batteries, located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners. That's wireless zone at Dunn's Corners, folks. Bulldogs, 4th and long, got a punt here. It's a shame, and it's a penalty-driven punt. They were moving two drives in a row now. So, like I said, this living, breathing organism of a football game, it's now quieter. Ever since that interception, which actually punt gets off a beauty, deep. Better off letting it go, see if one of the end zone catches it inside the 10. He's going to go to the far side, and there's nothing there. That's Yvonne's. Nice job. And there's a flag down at about the 35-yard line in the personal foul area, I think, but let's see what happened. I don't know it's on who or what, but it's in a random spot. Blocking the black, holding, could be anything. What do we got? We're waiting for the officials to kindly. Oh, they're pointing in the direction of Barrington. That's good. It's always good. It's always better when they inform us. Here we go. We got a block on the back against Barrington. So that's good. That's going to bury him even deeper. Helping the Bulldogs. There's 3:38 left. 7-0 Bulldogs. Shallow Jerry Field, folks. Westerly Bulldogs coming in at 4-2, playing a league foe, a division-leading league foe. Barrington Eagles coming in at 5-1. Bulldogs have controlled the pace of play here, folks. Bulldogs have outplayed the Eagles. It is penalties that are the only reason this is a one-possession game. They should be up by more, and that's so dangerous because this Eagle team, there's still plenty of time right here in this first half to score, to drive down the field and methodically score. They don't even have to panic. So the Bulldogs would have loved to be a two-possession lead, and the defensive line just doing a great job. Nothing, nowhere to go. What do we have here? Flags down. I think it's, he threw it, there was nobody there. Intentional grounding would be the call, and that would be a safety if he was in the end zone. I don't know where he was. I need to see the replay. A lot could have happened. Intentional grounding, I'm right on that. Was he in the end zone when he let go of the ball? No. They're giving him the ball at the 1.5-yard line. If that play occurs, folks, and you're the quarterback and you intentionally ground and you're in your own end zone when you do it, that would have been a safety for the Bulldogs and possession. That's a big 1.5 yards on the spot. So they lose the down on that, so they got to move the marker. Intentional grounding is loss of down. It will be second down, and there he goes. Second and 25 from the 1.5. Huge spot here for the Bulldogs. Their scoring opportunities are not done this half. This is where, oh man, this is where the meanness, the testosterone. This is when football kicks in, folks. We got Mochi, handoff right up the shoot. No, he keeps it. Gets around the corner a little bit. Nice little gain to get breathing room. Bulldogs wrap him up and take him down, but he's at least out of the shadow of his own end zone. That's all they were looking for. He got a little more than that. Third down and somewhat feasible. They are deep to even go for any kind of a fourth down. They're going to let the clock run, I bet, and not rush out of the huddle, to be honest with you. Because if they don't get it, they want the Bulldogs to get it with as little time as they can. The Bulldogs have 2 timeouts remaining. So Barrington's going to play this slow here, this play. And if they have a conversion if they get a conversion, then they'll speed their tempo up, get back to the line of scrimmage and rush. So, that being said, we got James out of the gun. Evas to his right, straight drop, 3 steps. Stepping up, nothing there. Breaks contain on the far side. Good job by the defensive line. No throws on the run. Picked off! Tip drill! That's number 9, Gorman! I just said their scoring wasn't done for the half, and that is your prototype tip drill. Great job by the DBs. Number 9, Ben Gorman on the interception. First and goal for the Bulldogs. What a play. Holy smokes. I was thinking of stop, punt, and maybe they drive for the rest of the half when I said their scoring's not done. This defense has taken control this entire game. The offense has done well. Past 2 drives, I don't want to say it, so I'm not going to. They need to swallow it. We got a timeout, Barrington. They're on their heels. They got to recover. Momentum, Westerly. We're going to go to break on that, folks. Welcome back, folks. What an action-packed half we have had here in Westerly. Sal Algieri Field. We are Westerly.live. We got the Bulldogs facing the visiting Barrington Eagles. They come in 5-1 in first place. Bulldogs 4-2, fighting for seeding. Both teams in the playoffs. Bulldogs, huge turnover on the interception. A huge opportunity to go up by 2 possessions, which they should be. They have controlled this game. Under center, a rarity. Lead block, handoff, tuck, corner, touchdown. Bulldogs, 2 possession lead. And that's what they needed. Because they've controlled tempo. The Eagles are too good to go into half only up by 1 when you have controlled an entire half. They are going to score. In fact, they're probably going to score more than 7. But the Bulldog connection to Tuck, they visit the wireless zone at Dunn's Corners, the authorized Verizon retailer, touchdown sponsor, folks, located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners, wireless zone at Dunn's Corners. The extra point is up and good. 14-0 Bulldogs. And they receive at the half, folks. Wow. Beautiful weather. Crowds alive. I was talking about how football is a living organism. Well, it's alive again. Sal Algieri Field is breathing loudly again. Defense is going to be asked to make one more stop here, folks. One more stop to go into halftime with that all-important momentum. In no game more important is momentum than football. And the Bulldogs have come out with energy tonight. They have come out, great play calling the entire night by the coaching staff. Great job by the coaching staff overall. I mean, the offensive line is doing a great job on both sides of it. Defensive line is doing a great job. Defensive back doing a great job. I mean, like I said, Barrington's going to make some big runs. They've had some chunk plays. Bulldogs have given them some opportunities with 4 holding penalties and an interception, and the D has answered every time. This is a good Bulldog football team. Imagine without all that stuff where they'd be. And they have time to get there, folks. The season is young for the Bulldogs. Catches it about the 15-yard line, finds a little bit of space up to shoot, and he's going to get to about the 37, 38. You didn't really want to see that, but I don't know how good their kicker is. I apologize, my recruiting didn't go that deep. I haven't even been able to get into season stats. I got all sorts of good stuff over here to kill the free time. There's no free time here in football. There's no free time at Westerly, Friday Night Lights. This football team came to play. The cheerleaders are live in action. The crowd's alive again. Out of the gun, James. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Evot's in the backfield. The snap, rolling to the far side. Stops, throws. Got a man. No! Drops the ball. Had a man. That route was right around the first down marker. Intended for number 26, the Oreo of the Eagles. Incomplete. It's kind of settled between the zones. That's something they want to deal with at halftime, but to give up right here isn't horrible because you just don't want to give up anything big. 2nd and 10, best scenario for the Bulldogs. This entire defense, the front box, the DBs, all doing a great job substituting in and out offensively as well. Number 60, I don't say his name enough, but man, he's involved in everything. Xavier Webster, the senior. And the Bulldogs rushing him out of the pocket. Had to throw off his back foot, rushing deep out of the backfield. Incomplete. Great job by the D-line. And as I'm saying, number 60, that's him right there. And I know I've done it. I've run down games afterwards and said to myself, why don't I mention this guy more? And I'll tell you what, Xavier Webster, he's a senior for the Bulldogs, and he does it on D. He really does a great job for him. Does a good job spelling on offense and defense. And right now, the offensive line is spelling a few guys back and forth. Spelling as in substituting, if you don't know football terminology deeply. They were living on the left side on their first touchdown drive, and they made substitutions, just a couple subs in the second quarter. And I know that Matt Garofolo was playing next to number 72, who is on the field still. McLeod doesn't get a lot of breathing room, and their second drive, and they drove right down the field with that combination. Barrington's ball, 3rd and 10, big play, straight drop, 2 steps, throws. Pretty much throws straight to a wide receiver on the far side. He streaks up the field, gains more than he should have. 9 or so yards. They say to keep the clock running. That's good for the Bulldogs. And he got stepped out of bounds after only about 8 yards. 3rd and 2. They won't go for 4th down, certainly. They're going to let the clock run. Again, they're in that pickle situation, Barrington. It's 4th down now, correction. Tough situation, man. Do they have guts if they go for it? If they go for it on the Bulldogs, I'm sitting on 2 timeouts with the power I have on my team. And we have a timeout, I believe, called by the Bulldogs, possibly. No. All right, we're going to have a timeout on the field by Barrington, I believe. Flag, delay a game, probably. They allowed it to happen, I'm imagining. Never saw the flag. They're going back a lot more than that, though. So whatever it was really benefits the Bulldogs here, folks. That backed them up deep. Bulldogs can get the ball near midfield here. Marley's very explosive. He always has one huge play. Don't drop your head and forget to sleep on him, folks. I don't care that they haven't been able to make the connection. They haven't been down to wireless zone at Dunn's Corners. They haven't been to Remy Cycles because they got those e-bikes and they could scoot right down there, make the connection, 53 Railroad Ave. Remy Cycles, Teddy's Toys, all sorts of toys, all kinds of toys, anything you need, sports, stuffed animals. They're going to head to a commercial. And we're back here, folks. The punt's ready to punt. Bulldogs ready to get the ball. Where do they get it? Do they break one? They certainly have the capability. You got Mason in front of Marley. And Marley is more than due because he does it every game, not because he hasn't been. Mason takes it. Marley, good job of blocking out front. Going to try to get the edge on the near side. Gets around a couple guys, lowers his head, and he's past the 50, folks. They're going to start 1st and 10. We got a late flag. Out of bounds, we're going to have a personal foul, and you got people pointing in the Bulldogs vicinity. I was looking on the field for the marker and did not see what is most definitely going to be a late hit. It's going to be on both squads, I do believe, yes. So, it's going to be on the Bulldogs. So that's going to take them out of Barrington territory. 15 yards from the 48 is going to be about the 27-yard line. 33-yard line. Oh, that's great math. And a costly penalty by the Bulldogs. But 45 seconds ago, 2 timeouts. Definitely give it a shot here. Defense has stood true all night, so there's no reason to worry. And even if there's a turnover, to be honest with you, the offensive front right now, they're playing a hell of a game. The tackle play, Matt Garofolo on the far end, on the near end, and he's able to run, and he scoots right at that pocket, and that's right on the inside of Garofolo and McLeod, and I've been saying their names all day. There's a lot of room there. Tuck has found room there. Williams finds room on that carry. So they're letting the clock run here. They're at the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to go for a big chunk and then call timeout, not in favor of the amount of time this is taking. We got trips. Average play 7 seconds. We got a screen off the hands of Tuck now. The benefit is the clock will stop. Too much time went off the clock on that play, folks. You never want to go with the half with 2 timeouts in your pocket if you have a 2-possession lead, but half has been controlled by the Bulldogs. Great job this week of rebounding off of a tough 27-20 loss that I actually heard that they outplayed the team. And Westerly is a solid team, and you can see it's only 14-0 because of Westerly's own mistakes, not because of Barrington. Trips far side, they're going to have to go for the long. They hit it off the middle, see if Tuck can do it. And they're going to let the half run out is my estimation, I think. And the officials marking 4 seconds. I don't know why. The teams are leaving for half. And they're going to wind it right here. And then it goes to 4 seconds. So, first half of play in the books. I do not believe. Oh, they're making them come back for 4 seconds. Now they're winding it. Now it's halftime. The refs have figured things out, folks. We are Westerly.live. Salvador Jerry Field. Westerly Bulldogs 14. Barrington Eagles 0. Barrington comes in Division 2A leaders, first place. Bulldogs come in Division 2B, third place. Bulldogs have controlled every aspect of this game. Unfortunately, they also lead in penalty yardage. That's the only reason this is only a 14-point game, folks. Bulldogs could have 28 points. I'm not going to knock them, though. Coming off a loss, coaches did a fantastic job of preparing them defensively for this team. The players have done a fantastic job of bouncing back, coming out here all day long for the first 2 quarters, every play, working hard with some substitutes in, with some rotating players. They control the tempo. Defense, forget it. Great job. Halftime show on the way, folks. This is Westerly.live. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Westerly.live on your browser. We will be right back. Welcome back, folks. Here we are, second half action on your way in under a minute. Bulldogs hit the field, crowd's alive, they're alive, they are getting the ball. This could be, again, here we go, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens upstairs. We are Westerly.live. We are at Sal Algieri Field for some Friday Night Lights action. Second half action. We have the visiting Barrington Eagles coming in at 5-1 in first place on the other side of Division 2. So this is a league game. Bulldogs coming in with 4-2 record. Huge game. I don't think Barrington came in respecting the Bulldogs. I really don't. They came off a tough loss last week. I've watched them all season long. They're just waiting to hit on all cylinders. And they, right now, are leading 14-0 and getting the ball. And honest, it should be at least 28. And I'm not knocking the Bulldogs at all. They have played excellent. Barrington is a good team, has showed they can strike in large chunks or in small chunks on the ground, and they can definitely overcome 14 points. So I'm going to dare to say that this possession here is the biggest one the Bulldogs have had all season long, because it can not only really shut up Barrington, really start the second half that way, put themselves away a little bit here in this game. If they can get a victory in this game, this is all about seeding. For them to ever come back here on Sal Algieri Field in the playoffs, it would take a lot. And I know what it would take, but to get into it, what it would take with you guys would be very boring because it took me forever to figure out. But they're in the playoffs, and whether you're a 3 or a 4 is a huge difference. And obviously, still got a shot at being a 2. The quality squad they are is a 1. I'm not joking with you. Clearly not because of one half of exposure here. They've had the talent all year long, and they've displayed it. They just got to cut the penalties. I mean, they're not personal fouls today, which there was one of them, but that was a emotion-driven play. But it's just a few holding penalties, just little things, little cleanup work that they will have cleaned up when the playoffs come, because they're getting less in each game. So here we go. We're live, and the score doesn't show you the way the Bulldogs took control of that first half of play. Time of possession would show you some of it. Zach Tuck's yardage would show you some of it. But the opportunity, there's been a few drops, opportunities, a couple drives stalled because of penalty. All that first half review is over. We're moving forward in life now, onward and upward, folks. Bulldogs receiving off the foot of number 17. They are going to look for some real estate. Maybe get on the phone with Mark Wright real quick, a realtor, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, your satisfaction, Smart Search Insurance. Consider Mark for all your housing needs, buying, selling, market analysis, anything. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. And here we go, folks. We are off. Friday Night Lights, we got a half left. Low, liner. Great job by Tuck to scoop it up. He's on the move, looking for some room. Cuts on the near side, and he's got space. He's got wheels, and he's dragged down. What a return. Good start for the Bulldogs. All the way up to about the 44-yard line. He's got good patience, too. He runs low, he's got patience, and he's just got that super quick acceleration. A lot of tools, a lot of tools, a lot of weapons, I should say, he has. And one of the biggest weapons is only a junior. So to see him come back next year is going to be fantastic. That is a solid, he's listed at 190. That is a 190-pound rock that can run. All right, out of the backfield now, we got Williams out of the gun, tuck deep. Powers in motion. Marley near side. Marone far side. Hand off to Tuck, up the shoot. Great hole by the line. Spin move by Tuck, still going. And that starts at the offensive line, folks. That was a big hole. Great job. Great job by Tuck. Didn't have to do much reading, though. That hole was there. So the offensive line out of the half. Across the board. Great surge on the first play. First and 10, 45. They're in Eagle territory already. The Eagles not really sure what the heck is going on. This may not be what they saw on film. Coaching staff has done a fantastic job all year long. They really have. Tonight, just beyond stellar. And he rides it, gives it to Tuck up the shoot, nothing there. And when I say beyond stellar, I say it because, like I said, more points should be up on the board. They've left points there. But they're in the Eagle territory again. I mean, coming into this game, Tuck had an average of 139.3 yards per game and 836 yards. So Zach Tuck has broken 1,000 yards in the game tonight. I dare to say. Maybe not yet. He needed 164. So he's approaching that. I know he's over 100. Tuck in the backfield to Williams left. Trips far side. Play action. Hits Marley on the slant. And then leave it to Marley. He's the playmaker when he gets it in his hands all the way up to about the 10 or 11 yard line. Way to climb the levels of the defense. Marley, great quick hit. Put it in the perfect spot, Williams did. And the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 with room for another first down. Huge, huge possession, folks. I said the possession of the year, and they're doing it for me, so I'm getting excited. I know the coaching staff's getting excited. Tuck deep. Gives him more run to get more space, to get more speed, to hit you harder. Tough snap, handled well. Tuck off the right side. That's right off Gallarofola's corner. And a gain of about 8 yards on the play. That's a great job on first down by Tuck and his linemen. Great decision by Williams. You got to remember, the quarterback Williams here, every time Tuck gains yardage there, it's because of Williams' read and reaction. He makes the read while in motion, whether he should give it to Tuck or whether he should keep it. At the last second, he makes that decision. And he is only a junior. He has the savvy, and he is calm under pressure, and he makes the right decision 90% of the time. Tuck deep. Williams makes the decision, gives it to Tuck. Off the left side. Again, not a lot of room. Down at about the 5. But right on the marker for the first down. I can't tell on the angle. Can't tell where the marker is. It's going to be running, so we're short by about a yard, I think. Not even a yard. Well, they're putting it down as though we have it. It's a first down. The official doesn't mark it, tell us, but it is a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. At the 5-yard line. Huge spot. Bulldogs try to take control here out the gates in the second half. Powers at wing. Marone on the far side, Marley near. Tuck deep. Dunbar will do anything. Nothing would surprise me. He has no fear. Gives it to Tuck, trips himself up in the backfield. That'll happen. Falls to the line of scrimmage. So the Bulldogs will have 2nd and goal from the 5. He really does. He covers the gamut in plays. He calls them at perfect, great times. And the coaching staff for the defensive backs has done a great job bracketing the receivers. Even though they find that little soft spot on the side there, they're bracketed, and that caused the interception, the tip, and then the pick. And all day long, they really have done a great job. And answering after a tough road loss, it's a sign of a great team. And yes, I said the adjective great here. Dare I say, because I respect the Barrington team that came to town that Wesley is handling right now. Motion on the far right, Marley. Hands it off to the left side, Tuck powering his way. And he's going to fall forward. He doesn't fall down a lot of times. And he's in! He didn't fall down early this time. Zach Tuck, and deservingly so, into the end zone for the Bulldogs. That is 20-0, folks. Bulldogs out of the locker room. Great offensive line play. Great decisions by Williams. Great running by Tuck. Great catch and run after by Marley. Turns into what I deemed the biggest possession of the season. They answer me with a great drive and a touchdown. That's a penalty-free great drive and a touchdown. Penalties kill drives. It's not the yardage. It's the momentum. It's the emotional end of the penalty that kills you. No penalties. Bulldogs go straight in the end zone. They did it 2 other times in the first half. Had they had no penalties, they'd be up by 35. This team, they have impressed me tonight, but I know the players on the field, and I know the coaching staff, and I know how good they are. And I have full faith in them, so they're not shocking me by any means. They're gelling is what they're doing at the right time. They're gonna be a buzzsaw to run into, folks. Again, here we are, Westerly.live. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Westerly.live on your web browser. I can smell the concession stand. I'm starving. I'm not going to be able to make it there, but C.C. O'Brien Sports Cafe is definitely on the docket. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, inside and outside dining, takeout, or curbside delivery. CCO'Briens.com. They have 22 TVs, all NFL, all weekend, college, sports all the time, and great food, folks. C.C. O'Brien Sports Cafe. Maine getting ready to kick. The crowd is alive. We have chants at Salvo Jerry Field. It is quiet on the Barrington side. And the reception, he's going to bring it up, and the Bulldogs are waiting. Good coverage. I was told that that was one of the weak points that may have contributed to last week's loss. They have done a stellar job tonight. I heard it was the kickoff team that had a tough time, part of it. Tonight wouldn't show you that. The adjustments, whatever adjustments the coaches need to make, they made. I mean, they're up 21-0 on a team that is 5-1 coming in. And like I've said, the sky's the limit on where it could have been, but on defense, Hake, really the controller of the defense. He calms everything down before the play to make sure his team's ready. He does that pretty much all the time. I don't call his name a lot, and that's just because he's the one putting everyone where they need to be. I don't know if he calls defenses or if he's the captain of the defense, but he should be because he definitely, I'm watching him on field, he's the on-field captain. And yeah, I'm talking about number 5, Marcus Hake. He is the senior wide receiver, DB, and he does a great job. And he pretty much controls the initial setup of the defense, as he's doing right now. That signal doesn't mean be quiet. It means something. So, now back to the offense. James with a quick play action. He's going to keep it. He's going to get off tackle. He is quick, for certain. But the Bulldogs are trailing him. He gains about 7 on the play, but that penalty, 7-yard gain. See, now it's 2nd down and 7 yards to go for Burrillville. Had they had no penalty, it'd only be 2nd and 3. So if you start seeing more penalties on Burrillville, that means the Bulldogs are in their heads, and they're down. That's when sloppiness starts. Bulldogs' offensive line, very impressive. Missing a few players on injury, but you would not know it. Defense, sporting a shutout here. Gervasini always on the field on defense, a starter. Again, DBs sometimes don't get the play. Handoff 26 on the far side. Tries to get on sort of a jet sweep type thing. Bulldogs are waiting. Great job by not only the defensive end, defensive tackle, and the linebacker staying home. Gervasini does an excellent job at his position. Superb job, and you don't hear from him a lot because he doesn't get thrown at a lot. So I don't see his number at the end of the play, but that's because he's doing his job, folks. And this is Joe Gervasini, another senior, wide receiver and DB for the Bulldogs. On the field at all times, both sides of the ball. So they have quality players, all leaders. Handoff, up the shoe, a little off tackle, I'll say. Bulldogs are there. They're not going to gain anything. In fact, they might lose a yard. Huge defensive stand thus far. 4th down and 4 in your own territory. What do you do, Barrington? What do you do? They don't think the game's over yet. They're going to give it back to Westerly. Now, Westerly, you be the hammer. You be the hammer. This is your chance to make Barrington the nail. And I don't mean on the punt. Don't even get near that punter. You're up 21-0. You do not need to block a punt. I know that's a highlight reel thing, and everyone will go crazy. Stay off the punter. Stay away from the penalty. Just leaves the possibilities. Good job. They stand everyone up. Stay away from the punter. It's almost like you heard me. Punt goes out of bounds. Oh, well, what a bounce. It stayed in bounds. Huge bounce for Burrillville. Barrington. I don't know why I said Burrillville. Barrington. Marley did the right job by letting it bounce. What are you going to do? Oblong-shaped ball. Never know where it's going to go. Bulldogs take over for the second time in the second half with a 21-0 lead over division-leading Barrington. Yes, Co-leaders are Barrington and St. Ray's. St. Ray's on our side, 2B. Barrington and Mount Pleasant on their side, 2A. Bulldogs, well, the way they're playing tonight, if you didn't look at their record, you would think they're unbeaten. And they can still play better. This has been dominant thus far. It really has. I can't say enough about the coaches. They have let this season gel the way they want it to. A lot of guys, including myself, maybe don't have the patience sometimes to see that. Handoff tuck, why not? Off the right side, that's just inside again. Garofalo doing the job at the spot. Big gain, 5 yards, 6 yards, and a big hit every time he lays on the defense. That's going to wear them down. If you have second down and that yard marker splitting, that down marker splitting your yard markers, you're doing a good job by the line. You're getting that surge you need. Tuck hits it hard. Boy, does he hit it hard. We haven't even seen Powers carry the ball yet. Not one time. Obviously, why bother if Tuck's going to be able to do this behind the line? Tuck again. And he reverses his field, and oh man, the backside blocking was there. Good read. That was actually in his head. I know he had that cutback designed. And I'll tell you what, folks, that could have been to the house. That is unfortunate. But big play here, 3rd and short. Bringing all the action to you, straight from South Jerry Field, Westerly.live, a product of Nomad Web Solutions. From the mind of Shane Belanger, cutting-edge website design and development, live streams, weddings, memorials, fundraisers. Go to nomadweb.solutions. Here we go, 3rd and 3. Tuck deep, Twins right. Hake, Marley, Twins right, and Twins left. Play action. Quick throw to Marley again. Hits him on the slant, and he's got moves. He can read the field. Forearm, and he's forced out of bounds. Not before a huge gain. 1 step, pop, throw, put it on the spot. And you knew Marley was going to regroup. That's what great players do. Momentum, 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 folks. Chipping away at this Barrington Eagle team. Time is a-ticking. Player down. While we have the player down, I will go over the upcoming schedule for the Bulldogs. On the 29th, they will be playing West Warwick High School. That game is right here at South Jerry Field, 29th, Friday night, next Friday. And the last game on the schedule is, of course, Thanksgiving against Stonington. That won't be the last game. The Bulldogs will be in the playoffs. Round of applause for the Bulldog that is making his way off the field. Who do we got? I can't quite make out the number, but he's got a definite limb. Hopefully the Bulldogs can make a quick substitution. It's going to be Matthew Garofalo, but he makes his way off the field on his own, which is good because they've been using him. They're going to need him. And the stretch, handoff, tuck, nothing doing. 2nd and 10. Yeah, I mean, I'm just picturing in my eyes the Bulldogs tonight and taking away the mistake, taking away the a few holdings, few mistakes, very few. Few holdings and 1 interception. But every game's going to have it, but you take those away and just imagine. And still, with all of that, they have a dominating 21-0 victory with the ball at midfield. 21-0 lead with the ball at midfield. Time is a ticking away, just over 2 in the 3rd quarter left. Barrington can strike quick, but they need a hold. And this Bulldog defense, I don't know, they're playing pretty good. Tuck to the right in the backfield, and he's going to take it left side, riding the inside of the tackle, and he's dragging the defense. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Tough runner, takes 4 or 5 of them down. 2-3 yards after contact right here. So he split the distance on 3rd down for them to 3rd and a long 4. They're sitting right inside the 45-yard line. Williams in the huddle. Twins left, folks. Marley alone on his right. It's going to be a handoff to Tuck up to shoot. He almost took that back, I think, but he gives it to him. Third down and about half of what they had. Now it's going to be fourth down, excuse me. Very feasible to go for. And he has no problem. Coach Dunbar does not get nervous at any point. Doesn't panic either. He actually has quite an innovative mind. And we have a timeout here. Bulldogs going to go over things for a big fourth down play. Bigger for Barrington than it is for the Bulldogs, but it's still huge for the Bulldogs. We're going to hit a commercial here, folks, and be right back. We are back, folks. Welcome back, everybody. Sal Jerry Fields. And if I'm Barrington, this is a must-stop. I'm not even surprised at what the Bulldogs are doing on the field. I'm excited about it, and it's almost like Coach Dunbar had this planned out all season. He's just developing his players throughout the year under the center. Williams, quick snap, gets lower than everybody and burrows his way for a Bulldog first down. That not only puts them in Eagle territory, but the clock will continue to tick in Bulldogs' favor with the time of possession. Yeah, I'm already talking about it. They're one play away from the fourth quarter here, folks. 21-0 lead with the ball in Eagle territory. No, I'm not shocked. Coach Dunbar had a plan for this team. He made that clear. I saw it, and I may not have thought of that a few times. So I may have been critical and not really saw how he was developing his team. And, wow, does it come out on the field tonight? Sky is the limit for this Bulldog team, without a doubt. Williams takes it, straight drop. Steps up in the pocket, throws deep over the middle. Just over his man. Just out of the reach. They tried it on the first play of the game, went back to it, had him. Just overthrows him. That's the connection they can't make. Can't get their way to Dunn's Corners. That wireless zone at Dunn's Corners where the connections are made. 440 back for the trade-in for a new iPhone. They have all the phones, including the new iPhone 13. Next to Duncan in Dunn's Corners, wireless zone at Dunn's Corners. If he was on one of those e-bikes from Remy Cycles, then he would have been that tick ahead and probably gotten there. But we are back at Sal Jerry Field, tucked deep in the backfield. Twins right. And he gives it to Tuck, who stays on his feet past first contact, falls forward after second gain of about 3 yards, maybe short 4 on the play. So it's third down and a little bit to go here for the Bulldogs. Not having the same success on the right side. This is Garrett Fuller came out, hoping they can slide him back in there. That's the end of 3 quarters of the play at Solid Jerry Field, folks. I am the voice, Greg Moreno. We are Westerly.live, and we are excited here at Solid Jerry Field. Bulldogs trying to close out what they would call an upset. We know too well, we have too much faith in our coach to even bother calling it that. We are seeing what the Bulldogs are made of right here tonight. What a night of football. We're going to go to a quick break and be back for the fourth quarter of action. back, folks. Third down, 7 yards to go with the Bulldogs. Fourth quarter, 21-0. Williams throws, quick hit to none other. Luke Marley makes the catch. Great route running by the senior. Settles 2 yards beyond the marker. Great job by Williams. 2 steps back, stays right in the pocket. Quick throw. He's got patience. You know he loves the relationship, the connection with Marley. There's no doubt they keep going back. There's a lot of trust there. And it's a good job by Williams to do that, to show Marley that he has that trust in him going forward. Nobody can get down on themselves because nobody on this team is letting. They're playing as a unit. Again, it goes to the credit to the coaching staff for getting this team ready and prepared like the way they did. We got Jets, twins on the left, twins on the right. Tuck in the backfield. 1st and 10. It's going to give the tuck. And he cuts back immediately, but he's hit after a gain of about 1.5, 2 yards. Second down at about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line of Barrington. Trying to nail this one shut, dare I say. I had brought with me the classical schedule going forward, the Coventry schedule going forward. The only way the Bulldogs can get a home game, and maybe I'll bring it all up, but they're for sure they're making their way in at a better seed. Up steps the defense. Williams running to the near side, throws deep in the end zone, overthrows his man, and his man was Marley, but there is a flag on the field, so at least it's not a heartbreaking touchdown called back. It's going to be a hold more than likely. I'm not certain of it, but. And they're going to wave off that one. No penalty at all, so incomplete. No harm done, and that's good. Wesley's not going to go backwards and kick themselves in the rear while they're driving down the field here. Second down and a long 9 for the Bulldogs. And they're not far from field goal range. The Bulldogs have been able to find success from different down and distances all day long. Gorman and Marone far side. We got Hake right up close here to Marley on the near side.
Third down.
Mason in the backfield, quick throw. That's to Marley crossing the field. And he's going to get out of bounds at about the 19-yard line, just short of the first down. So we got a 4th down conversion here. I believe, judging by the yard marker over there, that's what we're going to have. A 4th and about 2 yards to go. A stop and a dive forward. Megan, I'm not sure that he knew. 4th and 2 to go. I would have stopped and probably made that launch, but that's okay. 4th and 2, not even. 10 minutes to go. Williams comes in with the play. And the right side of his line is back to full strength with Mason, Garofola, and Gorman. Quick snap. Something went off there. They're lucky they didn't lose that on the snap. It wouldn't have really mattered. The Bulldogs are not going to convert. It's going to be a turnover on downs. But the offense did do a decent job of taking some time away on the clock and burying Barrington back to the 20. So 21-0. This game's not over, folks. Barrington, they got a couple guys come out here excited. They need one big play. These guys are high schools. That's why it's a great thing about high school football. They love the game. They need the slightest thing to get that boost, to get that testosterone kick, and then the next thing you know, they're down 21-14. So they got to continue on defense, the Bulldogs do. Continue. They've set the tone all day long. Don't idle down at all. And here we go. So it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 20 for the Eagles. 10 minutes to go in this ball game, 4th quarter, folks. 21-0, your Westerly Bulldogs. We are your Westerly.live, your source for Westerly sports. If it's happening in Westerly, folks, we got it live. Westerly.live. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Westerly.live on your web browser. Some confusion in the backfield for Barrington, making some late adjustments. That's just lack of comfort, and they're going to call a timeout. And I hate to say it, but that's a wasted timeout. It's a great job by the Bulldogs forcing that timeout. Down 21 with 10 minutes left. First down and a stopped clock to force them to use a stopped clock timeout. Another victory for the Bulldogs. Quick break here, folks. Welcome back, everybody. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside owner Shane Belanger. We got Lisa upstairs behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, bringing you fourth quarter action from Salvo Jerry Field. The Bulldogs came to play, to say the least. Scoreboard reads 21-0. It could be 42. The opponent, division leading Barrington, came in 5-1, and I don't want to say came in unprepared or overlooked the Bulldogs. I just believe the Bulldogs came in and did what they are capable of doing. Roll out, speed out to the far side, the throw, trying to find that soft spot. They get into it, but barely. Good DB, good job by the defensive backs of the Bulldogs. I know that was complete for a first down. They had a man under who just missed batting it down, and they had a guy over the top that made the tackle quick. Not that big of a deal. Gervasini on the spot for the stop. But yeah, it's 21-0. Could be 42. Bulldogs just coming together here late in the year. We get to see him again next Friday night against West Warwick for certain. Number 2, quick throw, hits him, and he splits the first defender down. That's the first down. That's 12 quick yards, folks. And they are going to go no huddle. I said they could strike quick. That's why that timeout they just used really surprised me, a stop clock timeout. That really could come back to, if everything falls apart for the Bulldogs and Barrington starts scoring, that used timeout could come back to haunt them. If you're a Bulldog, you want that timeout not to have mattered at all. You got a couple wide trips to the near side, rolling to the near side, turns, throws, makes the catch. That soft spot, above the linebacker, below the DB. And then the clock's going to run, however. The Bulldogs got him down inbounds. Some late instruction by Coach Dunbar to Mason, middle linebacker, calling the defenses. Second and one. Barrington huddles up, gets the play from the sideline, so they're not able to even run a no huddle against the Bulldogs defense at the moment. Man, what I saw on film from Barrington, the Bulldogs have just done such a stellar job neutralizing defensively. Every level, even the DBs. Roll out right, great job by Gorman. Off balance throw to nowhere, beautiful job by Gorman. And he's got had an assistant running with him. That was Kim. Oh, the defense had to follow the rules. One of the coaches told me before the game, said if they follow the rules, we're going to do a good job. Man, was he right? And they have. Bulldogs not giving Barrington much room here. Barrington breaks the huddle. I'm expecting them to take a shot. Unless they're that scared of the defense, and they are. Then they might have stopped them. This might be a fourth down. Let's see. Now, are they going to give them the spot? They're going to. So it looks like it's going to be a first down spot for the Bulldogs. If I had confidence in my offensive line, third and short like that, I would have tried to go over the top. Then you know that you're going to get the first down on fourth and short with your quarterback. Obviously, the defense has done its job and proved its point that not even a yard is going to be easy today. So here we go. Trips to the far side. Ball is at the middle of the field. One back to the right. Straight drop, looking to the right. It's not there. Hit hard. Jimmy Powers, man, was he hit hard from behind. Holy smokes. Is he excited? That's the hit of the year right now. I'll tell you right now, that is the Bulldogs hit of the year at home. Hometown hit of the year. That's what I'm going to call it. Goes to Jimmy Powers on the sack. Plenty of time for a new one, but that's the vote I'm giving. I didn't even know I had the award, but I'm giving it out now. That was beautiful. I think that might have popped the balloon and whatever they had left in them. Man, that was a beautiful hit. God, I love that. That hit's going to keep me up tonight. Great job across the board by the Bulldogs. And coaching staff, just unbelievable. Motion, near side. Stops in the backfield, going to loop it back around. He's got a fling. He comes this way on the screen. Bulldogs had people, and they take him down from behind. And who is it? Jimmy Powers on the scene again for the Bulldogs. All day long. Hasn't carried the ball once. Hasn't needed to. He's blocking, and he's tackling. And he's sacking. And he's only a junior. Think of the juniors coming back, folks. Tuck and him with Williams in the backfield for a whole nother year. A lot of people don't realize that. They're losing the receiving core is out the door. But other than that, here we go. The here and now. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. I do it in life too. Sprinting out, number 2, looking for anything. He's got his man. He does a decent job of throwing on the run. I'll definitely give him that. I do believe he brought that in.
Number 7, Andrew Madden.
So it might move the chains. We're waiting on the spot. Looks really close.
At the 35-yard line.
4th and a thumbnail.
Just shy of the first down.
4th, and I don't know how you wouldn't convert. So we'll see as the clock ticking it down. 4:40, moving. Here we go, folks. And they handed off. Good job spinning. Bulldogs didn't make it easy. He did a good job. They pinched in the middle there. There was absolutely nothing there. They built a brick wall. First contact, he spun. Got the yardage needed, first down. Clock's going to start moving on the snap. And here we go. The clock is moving. Bulldogs do want – this is big, though. I mean, you know that the clock's moving. Worst case scenario, they run it down and they score. It's 21-7. That's the final. That is great because they dominated the game and everything, and a few adjustments, and it's an even bigger score next time out. But this defense wants a shutout. That's how much they've dominated. They want and they need and they deserve a shutout. So this is a huge possession. 2, looking for open space, and Gervasini and Mason are there. They don't give him any real estate. Telling you, no real estate for him. He has not contacted Mark Wright, our realtor, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. Your satisfaction is Mark's first concern for all of your housing needs. Buying, selling, market analysis, whatever it may be. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. Here we go. The Barrington Eagles need to find some real estate, and they need to find it quick. In the huddle, 2nd down and running out of time. Got a tight little diamond trips. Triangle trips, correction. Watch the back coming out on the side. Under pressure. Big pressure. And he throws it to the ground, almost picked off. Did he pick it off? They're in my way. And he did. What a play. That's number 2, Jack Barone. Every facet of the game, the Bulldogs have dominated. And I just was giving credit to the DBs, and bang! Man, the coaches never had this squad ready. This is, in my opinion, that I didn't really. This is a step in their season. They were forming this team so they would gel at the right time, and it's not even today. It's not today. This is how good they are, with mistakes. They have another week of play, and then the postseason, so they have time to even improve. I mean, Barrington. Why am I saying Burrowville? Barrington walked into a buzzsaw today. Barrington Eagles. They really did. I'm not saying they overlooked the Bulldogs because they really have no reason to. So the Bulldogs with a win today and a win versus West Warwick next week. If Classical loses to Coventry tomorrow, they need that. That has to happen. Coventry's 3-2. Zach Tuck, and he would have had the speed taken to the house, and now he's going to add some yardage. I will tell you one thing, folks. Beyond the utter domination we've seen, Zach Tuck is over 1,000 yards rushing on the season for the Bulldogs now. There is no doubt about it. I don't have the exact number, but he has 4 digits under his belt for rushing. So what I was saying, I'll say real quick. Classical needs to lose to Coventry tomorrow. Coventry's 3-2. They're a good squad. They could do it. Bottom line, besides that, the following week they play St. Ray's. St. Ray's would be expected to win that game. So it could happen. It all comes down to if Coventry beats them tomorrow. So if you want to pay attention to the scores tomorrow, folks, Coventry Classical matters to the Bulldogs. Tuck off the left side. He's going to get there. He's going to turn the corner. It's up to number 15. No way! He got faster and faster as he ran. And boy, is he over 1,000 now. Fireworks. The digits on the scoreboard starting to add up to where they should be. This right here is a team you are going to hear from in the future, folks. Teams are going to take note at what happened at Sal Jerry Field tonight, Friday night, October 22nd, folks. This isn't just any team. This is the league-leading Barrington Eagles coming in at 5-1, now trailing 27-0. Could have been 56, folks. Extra point waiting. I'm out of the voice. My voice is shot. I got to do this 3 games for Pee Wees tomorrow, folks. The future of our Bulldogs, if you didn't get enough football, extra point is up and good. 28-0. If you didn't get enough football, Old Hopkinton Road, 4, 6, and 8 p.m. tomorrow, Westerly Pee Wee football. That is the future of this team. That's the next of this team. 4 p.m. is the little guys, our micros. They're 6-2, folks. They're fighting for the division title. Juniors at 6, seniors at 8. It's great food and lots of people, unbelievable atmosphere. Westerly Pee Wee Football Complex. So, Westerly has done its deed, has done what it needs. It's 28-0, 2:50 on the clock, folks. The Barrington Eagles are going to receive, and I would imagine they're not going to call timeouts. They don't want any injuries. They don't want any more players, and Westerly came to play. And Jimmy Powers, you absolutely have my hit of the year so far. Chad Main sets to kick.
Number 54, Chad Main kicking off for the Bulldogs. Back to receive. Number 20, Brian Evax.
Crowd is animated. The student body portion with their chants. Number 20, he's dangerous. He's sliding his way up the middle. Good little return. Still on his feet. Still on his feet, folks. No quitting that guy. Bulldogs gave him no room today, but Evax, the senior running back linebacker for the Eagles, has been great this season and will do well again. They, at this point, just want to get on the bus alive because this Bulldog team came out ready.
Ball will be slotted on the Bulldog 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
And the Eagles take the line. Straight handoff up to shoot, off tackle. A gain of about 3, and like I said, I don't expect anything crazy. I expect them to want to run this clock out, get on the bus, go home, forget about this game, and move on to the next. I know how it goes on both ends of these games. And the Bulldogs, man, just build like they have all year. Coaches had them everywhere they needed to be. And beyond that, they came with an appetite for destruction. They came ready to play. I mean, you could just feel it. Oh, my Lord. And he's challenging for the hit. Talk about coming down on the initial handoff. Greg Gorman destroys the fake handoff. Play not good for any yards, only good for about a yard. But, man, the interior came to hit today. A lot of people don't see those hits. That's kind of all I'm paying attention to at this point because it's the funnest part. But defensive ends for the Bulldogs, Greg Gorman, man, he does a great job at DN. And then his brother with the interception earlier and his job at DN right up the shoot. And he's got a little speed. And he spun around and dropped. It's good for a first down, gain of about 10 yards. Again, we're getting into the area that the on-field team doesn't want to say anything, but they don't want to give up their shutout. So there's only a minute 18 left. Barrington's not throwing, but you got to make your tackles. So I know I've been there, and it's a weird position to be in, but it's a great one because you know you got to win either way. Bulldogs standing close in the box. He holds it to throw, but is dragged down on the sack. They were going to throw, and who other than defensive end number 19, Greg Gorman? What a game for the senior. What facet of the game have the Bulldogs just not manhandled? 38 running, folks. Are they going to take the line of scrimmage again? Bulldogs just want that shutout. Just clamp that shutout. 28. With room to move, room to grow, boy. And it's quick handoff, and Gorman down. Destroys it, and the fake handoff, Gorman destroyed him. Quarterback got pressured. Pitch went to the ground. Bulldogs there for a loss of 5. I'm just having fun watching Gorman absolutely destroy the back coming through every play, which is his job. One player for the back, one player for the quarterback, one player for the pitch. What a game for the Bulldogs. They followed their assignments, and they showed their talents, folks, on the field here tonight. Westerly, 28, coming in first place, leading Barrington Eagles, 0. Yes, the Bulldogs bounced back at home, 28-0 against first place Barrington. What a way to come home, Bulldogs. We will see you next week, Friday night. Tonight, so much happened. Zach Tuck breaks 1,000 yards rushing for the Bulldogs. Seniors, great job. Defense posts the shutout. Just an overall unbelievable job on the field by the Bulldogs. They really showed their true colors and still left points. So, man, the sky is now the limit for the Bulldogs. They have the one thing they've done is shown everyone how good they can be. So now they got to come back and be at least this good every week. So we'll see you next week, folks. Friday night, 7 p.m., Westerly Live versus West Warwick High. Signing off.